How's it going? Welcome back. It's Jonathan. Okay, so in this video, we're going to take a look at each of these markets. We're going to take a look at the directional bias for the day, and we're going to see how we go for the remainder of the day. So the directional bias, I'm just going to make a quick change so I can actually move the chart around. The directional bias for the day on Bitcoin appears to be, if we go out a little bit, appears to be down by the end of the trading day. We have the end of the trading day here. So if we zoom out a little bit, we appear to be ending the day slightly down. Again, don't focus on anything beyond the 23rd of Feb because it will update the curve based on the market data that occurs. So it'll make any adjustments as required. So possibly moving down into around 2 a.m. at least using this time zone. So take a look at this down here and then convert it for your time zone. Down to around 2, up to around 4:30 possibly, and then down again. The daily bias looks like it's going to end lower. We'll see how that goes. As I said, the curve will update as it needs to. So let me go ahead and just turn this back on for the streams so that it gets updated now. Okay, just remember that this is a daily bias, and the daily bias can definitely change. It all depends on what's happening in the market at the time. Now, if we scroll out on this one again, I just have to turn off the stream data so we can move the chart around. The energy for the Ethereum market appears to be pointing down for a little while. However, yeah, again, by the end of the day, we could be having a downward day bias. And just watch these swings. You know, they're not going to come in exactly as this. The curve will update as new data comes in. As we can see, the market was looking down and then moving up. However, the energy was quite strong at this time period. However, we can actually see that the market didn't have that much of a strong energy influence at the time. So we keep it on the tip of our mind that whilst the energy of the curve is pointing one way, the market can do its own thing. So use this as our guide. The daily bias for this day looks like it's pointing down. So I'm just going to turn the stream back on now. Okie dokie. Let's over to the gold market. So this is our 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the daily. So when the market opens up, could be pushing down to begin with. And then last night we had the FOMC, I believe it was, and the market was pushing down through the FOMC, so it would have been a bearish bias. Markets pushed up, I believe the FOMC was this bar here. I can't quite recall. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And for today, zoom out a little bit. Looks like our bias for the market could possibly be up. So we'll see how this goes for the gold market. We might have a bullish bias for today. Again, just remember that these curves here are based on energy. So it does mean that there is a lot of energy in the market that is pushing the market higher at possible open. But we take it with a grain of salt because this is cyclical energy. The market can do what it wants. So we take it, we go look for the long-term view. If we're doing day trading or whatnot, intraday trading, we're saying where is it possibly going to end by the end of the day? And unless the curve updates, which you'll be able to see on the screen, on the stream, sorry, that's going to give you the next best possible directional bias for that time period, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the next market now. Take a look at the directional bias for the day. Looks like we got the S&P 500. Let's move it to a smaller time frame. The S&P 500 appears to be pointing down for the day. So let's go ahead and see what occurs in this trading period. We could be pointing down, but keep in mind, if the curve believes something else is going to happen as the day opens and unfolds, it will just update that curve, okay? So now we're going to move over to the German market. Again, just using this as our guide. If we zoom across, looks like the market is likely to push up for this day. It may have gotten to an early start by the close of the last day, but we could be ending the day higher. Could be ending the day higher with the German market. Let's go ahead and move on to the ASX. So take this one with a grain of salt. Don't follow anything that I'm telling you in this one. This is just hypothetical. This one has possibly a bearish bias for the day. Again, if you're Australian, don't follow this. This is just a concept and education, okay? Let's get away from the Australian one. It's too dangerous. Let's move over to XAG, which is the silver market. Silver also looks to be pointing up, which would form a confluence with the gold market that we possibly have a bullish bias today. Let's go ahead and see this, how it unfolds. Again, if you're watching the live streams, this will update as the day goes on. So you'll see that these curves will change. If it detects that possibly there is a downward force coming in or a cycle playing out that is downward, it will update and show you, okay? USDX, which is the US dollar, and at the moment I'm running this on a 1-day time frame. In the market cycle for this appears to be pointing down, which would then, if it does continue down, provide us with that bullish confirmation in the gold and silver market. So this is how I get my daily bias. I don't need to worry about technical indicators or anything like that. I first of all take a look at the possible daily bias on the cycles. And then if we are doing anything else on top of that, we would then use our technical analysis to find those breakouts within that daily bias to then confirm if we are pushing higher. Okay, breakouts can be whether it's a pattern breakout, a trend line breakout, a price breakout, such as a Dow theory or Gann swing theory. Whatever technical indicator or tool you're using, you just want to make sure that it is confirming with the possible bias or that daily cycle, okay? So that's all I have. That's your update for today. And these are the possible daily biases, non-ICT style, cyclical style, the better way, the easier way. Yeah, let's see how they go, and we'll come back tomorrow.